Well, hello there, and welcome to another episode of The Power of Surrender with Hugh, where every day we take a card from the deck, The Power of Surrender by Dr Judith Orloff, and we discuss it for your inspiration and hopefully food for thought in these challenging times we're living in right now. So, today's card, you're going to enjoy this. It is Surrender Your Belief in Scarcity. This is a very, very important card, and it says, the universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. This is such a powerful, important card. People can become convinced in themselves that, oh, well, if I have some financial success, well, that means I can't be lucky in love, or I have a great relationship, but that means I'm going to be struggling financially. I remember at one point convincing myself that just the way it was is that everything's going to be a struggle. That's just the way life is, and it doesn't have to be like that. And unfortunately, we can sabotage ourselves because we get these notions in our mind of scarcity, like there's not enough money, or that's not meant for me, or like only certain people get to win and have all the things they want. This is so important because it's another way of putting it is what Abraham Hicks would call a lack mentality. So you're just kind of like expecting things to go wrong. You're not expecting to have much of anything. And so you kind of convince yourself, well, this is just the way it is. And so you expect nothing. You expect to have very little. And you have this lack, mentality. But scarcity, it's like just thinking, oh, who am I to be rich? Who am I to be successful? Who am I to have love and to have all the things that I want? Well, it's actually our divine right of abundance. Every single person on the planet has the right of abundance. And sometimes we have to start by looking at what we have around us in abundance already. There's so many things that we have in our life right now that are just absolutely magnificent. Starting with, for example, the internet. Seriously. Because I remember what life was like before the internet, and we were fine and we got by without it. But like, there are so many things just with imagine the internet was gone tomorrow. It's hard to imagine, right? Because it's such an integral part of our lives. But the point I'm trying to make is that there are so many things around us that we have in abundance. The internet is an abundance of information and entertainment for us. That's free and at our fingertips, mostly free. And you go to I talked before about go to the park and you find the extraordinary abundance of nature that's all around you. If you stop and think for a second, you think of the wonderful people that you've had in your life, that you have in your life, all the amazing people you've met and the support that you have. We all have people in our lives that are amazing. There are times where we struggle with that, but inevitably we do have fantastic people in our lives. There's more good people out there than bad. So if you want to look at it that way, of course, eventually there's going to be good people in your life. And if there isn't, get out of the circle you're in. Go find some nice people. But seriously, scarcity. That's so funny. Scarcity. Tomato. No, it's not an excuse. But scarcity is just like this. Again, it's this strange feeling of there's not enough to go around, or there's not enough for me. That isn't the way it is, my friends. There's abundance all around us. If you start, the first thing I should have said, start with yourself. You are an abundance of everything, the talent that you have. Just everything about you is unique, and there's nobody like you. And there you start immediately with an abundance of uniqueness. Do you know what I mean? I could go on and on with that. Surrender your belief in scarcity. And obviously, I can say scarcity. I can. And I'm going to read it again before we wrap up here. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. Because if you start looking around and going, oh my God, there is an abundance of stuff around me. And then you start to expect abundance in your life. Because you see the abundance that's all around you. It's very, very simple, very powerful. Again, changing the perspective. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. And again, it's going back to all the things I talked about there. You're getting all this negative muck out of the way, opening up to whatever possibilities are there. Because if you go out today into the world and you go, well, I can't do this and I'm not good enough for that, and well, that's not going to happen. You see, you talk yourself out of it. You almost like, it's like black magic. You cast spells on yourself, limiting yourself. But you get rid of that scarcity, you get rid of that negativity, and you open up yourself to all kinds of possibilities, an abundance of possibilities. As you can see, I'm a little bit fired up about this card. It's very, very important information on here. This is why I do this show with this, because I just think the whole concept of surrender, the power of surrender is immense, and you're surrendering in this case to allowing abundance to come into your life. My friends, I hope you got some inspiration and food for thought from today's episode. I'll be back tomorrow with another card. Until then, have a wonderful rest of your day. And please remember to check out my daily readings, which are on Instagram at Hugh Readings. Go check that out, please, and you will find some fun stuff on there as well for your inspiration every day. My friends, until tomorrow.